This is all for quadruped breathing with a book underneath one hand. For this, all you really need is about that's probably 1.5 to 2 inches thick object. A book works really well underneath one hand. This is going to offset you slightly so that you bias more air into one chest wall, then you'll flip after a couple breaths, do the other side. So let's get in this quadruped position, and you want your hands underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. That looks really nice. Now, in order to get into this position, we want to just have a slight tuck of the hips right here. Imagine your hips are a bowl of water and spill it out the back just a little bit, and then slightly push through your hands to bring these ribs back just a little bit. Great. That's all we really want. Maybe just a little bit more right there. Great. Elbows are unlocked. Nice. Now, what we're going to do in this position is keep our weight evenly distributed between our knees and also our hands, 50-50. And then give me a nice open mouth exhale until you feel your side abs engage right here. Once those side abs are engaged, hold on to them as you inhale through your nose, and you should feel some expansion happening within your chest, and your stomach and rib cage should expand simultaneously, but making sure you're holding on to these side abs throughout the duration of the set. Do 5 breaths on one side, then switch to the other side and do 5 breaths on the other. The first and definitely most common mistake we see on this activity is over-rounding the spine. This is what we see a lot with quadruped breathing. It's all over the internet, but this is not actually achieving the desired outcome because we're depressing our sternum. The goal is to get air into our chest because we're prone, and air follows the path of least resistance to expand the front of our chest. But if we're over-rounding, then our sternum gets depressed. Imagine that your sternum right here is like a laser pointer, and keep it down at the ground the whole time. So you want to have a slight amount of retraction, like this, and your hips are tucked a little bit, but it shouldn't be so much that you're over-rounding. The second thing that we see is a locking out excessively of the elbows. When you do this, you're more likely to over-round, and you're more likely to create too much tension within your pecs during this. We want the pecs to be totally relaxed. And the last thing that we see is pushing the head forward excessively. This is an attempt usually to breathe through the neck as opposed to the diaphragm. So what we want to do here is whatever position you can talk the easiest in is a really good cue for good neck positioning. So if you can talk in a nice neutral head posture, that's probably where you want to be.